One of the things that really annoys me about living in a city is how the city council are absolutely committed to destroying any plants, wild plants growing in the curbside or around walls. Why they do it, I don't know. And here they've attacked the whole of the plant life along this wall. Here's a type of willow herb that is just curling up and dying. The weed killer obviously here is glyphosate, and there's another one. This one's not going to survive. And as you move along, it's interesting to see there's some nice plants there all struggling and dying, but here's one which isn't. This one is a real survivor, and it's the only one along this piece of road that does seem to be surviving. It's known as Epilobium adenocaulon, or American willow herb, and as you can see, it's alone there. The ivy-leaved toadflax has all been killed off. Everything else has. There's just one survivor along this piece of road, and they'll all be completely dying off in the next few days, no doubt, as the glyphosate gets to work. And I'm really sad about this. A lot of these plants are really attractive, and they could be left quite easily. And putting glyphosate on them realistically is poisoning the groundwaters, getting into the drains. It's completely unnecessary to kill plants like this. Anyway, I just wanted to show you this Epilobium adenocaulon again. It's a very attractive plant, and it appears to be herbicide resistant. It was the one willow herb along that patch of wall area that seems to have survived. All the other willow herbs growing there were not adenocaulon. They were a plant called Epilobium pseudorubescens. Now, all the dead willow herbs along this area that I filmed this morning were pseudorubescens with the white flower that fades to pink. It's supposed to be the same species as adenocaulon, but I don't think so. Now, Nottingham City Council does use glyphosate-based pesticides or herbicides for treating weeds. If you look at the AI produced information, it does seem that they prefer alternatives. They're obviously realizing that using weed killers around streets where people have regular access is probably unwise. And they're looking at the possibility of using volunteers to take out the really unpleasant weeds or the noxious weeds in an area. Now, this paper here shows how adenocaulon resists herbicide lethality by producing a chemical called shikimic acid. Now, it seems that forms of adenocaulon produce this chemical, whereas pseudorubescens, which is the white to pink flowered form, can't produce sufficient shikimic acid to help it to survive. This does suggest that pseudorubescens is a separate species from adenocaulon, and that it's more sensitive and able to produce shikimic acid. Anyway, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.